Yes, hi. No, no. I'm gonna go up here. Hey, I'm not gonna be in it. No. Okay, so here I am finally after 2 or 3 years of saying I was gonna get a YouTube channel started. Here I am finally doing it. So if you don't know me, I'm Melody Simpson. I am the founder and owner of Green Mountain Farm. And I'm currently being attacked by goats. I own a very small herd of American Alpines. They are a larger breed of dairy goats. They produce a lot of milk and they have great personality. Sometimes they can be a little bit much. I started making soap in 2019 when we had 3 goats producing milk. Isla here produces about 2 gallons a day. So as you can imagine, we were kind of overwhelmed with milk. So I started researching ways to use it and I came up with soap and gave it a try. My first batch was an absolute failure, but I kept going and I figured it out. Oliver. And since then I have gone to festivals and markets and I started selling online. You can find my website in the description. And yeah, so this is what I do. I'm about to graduate high school, so I've been doing this throughout high school. Oliver. So I currently, as I said, have 3 goats. I have 2 does. Isla, who is no longer there. Isla is the first goat that I ever had or owned myself. We've had goats since before I was born. But she's the first goat that I ever called mine. I got her 10 years ago and she is retired now. So we dried her up last year, so she's no longer producing milk. Astrid here, who is being very annoying at the moment, she is a year old. We bought her last year. And we will be breeding her this fall. And then we have Oliver, who is Isla's son. He was born in 2021. He's a wether, which means he's a castrated buck. So he is the companion animal as of this moment. He's just been keeping Astrid company, but we have decided to add a new doe to the herd, which is very exciting. I am going to be driving 8 hours to pick up this doe. She's from a farm in Michigan and I'm in Virginia, so it's going to be quite the drive, but it'll be worth it. She has amazing lines, amazing genetics, and so she will also be bred this fall. Astrid's going to be bred in September. Yes, Astrid will be bred in September for January babies. And then the other doe, who I don't even know if she's named yet. If she isn't, then we'll have to name her when we get back. But she will be bred in November. So that would be November, December, January, February, March, for March babies. Just poop on my hand. Alright, is that all? Is there anything else you want to add? So this is Astrid, and this is Oliver, and then you already saw Isla. And all of these guys are very calm, very tame. They're all bottle babies. Well, Oliver actually was not a bottle baby, and he's one of my least tame goats, and as you can see, he's very tame, so that says something for all the goats that I've owned. So Oliver will be going to a new home, which is very sad. I've had him since he was born, obviously, because Isla gave birth to him. But as a business owner, you have to make hard decisions sometimes for the benefit of your business, and I just don't have the space or the budget to keep a goat who's not giving anything to my business. I see Isla May. You gonna get up for the camera? Alright, grab a kid. Come So as I said, this is Isla May. She is the first goat that I ever owned, and she's very curious of, don't eat it. So she is 11, which is a good retiring age. I was really hoping to breed her one more time before retiring because I don't have a purebred doe out of her. Again, these guys are American Alpines. But she is not quite healthy enough to be bred, so I talked to my vet and we decided to retire her. But as of this moment, she is the goat who has produced all of the milk for my soaps. So every bar of soap that is in my shop currently has her milk in it. So she is separated from Oliver and Asher because she has a special diet that Oliver cannot have. It's just 100% alfalfa hay, which can give male goats urinary calculi, which you don't want. So she's separated, but after Oliver goes to a new home, we'll be putting everyone together, and hopefully she will accept the new doe. She's a little bit cranky sometimes, but she's a good girl. So again, if you want to purchase any of my soaps, they are all natural, made with essential oils and natural colorants, such as botanicals, clays, and herbs. You can go to the link in my description box or just go to gmountainfarm.com. Okay, so I recorded this and for some reason the sound did not record, so we'll just do a little voiceover here. So this is soap that I rebatched yesterday. Rebatching is just when you melt down soap scraps and you can add an essential oil, you can add some herbs or whatever you want to add. I added peppermint and activated charcoal. So that's what this is. It's a little bit soft, but I was actually okay with that because it would allow me to fill in any gaps that there were just with some soft soap. So here I'm just unmolding it and it came out really easily. It was just a little bit soft, but again, I was okay with that because it just helped me smooth out the rough edges with my finger. And this soap is just for family use and personal use, so I wasn't really concerned about filling in any of the gaps, but there I'm just showing you how you can, if you want to just take some of the softer soap scraps and fill in any gaps. What I'm about to do might seem kind of counterproductive, but I'm about to take this rebatch soap made with soap scraps and make more soap scraps from that. This is just to bevel the edges and make it a little bit smoother in your hand and make it look a little bit nicer. Again, this is for personal use, but I just wanted it to look a little bit nicer. And now it is time to cut the bars. So I was going to change the measurement to make these bars a little bit wider than my normal bars, but that thing is so hard to get to the exact correct size that I just didn't change it. So these will be little travel size bars if I ever want to take soap with me anywhere. And I really like the way they turned out. They look kind of like confetti something. I don't know, they're fun. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit just because it took a very long time. But I did film the making of this soap and I will be posting it on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So if you want to follow me there, you can just go to the description box and I'll put those links. I also post goat content daily. So, you know, if you want to see any chaotic goat content and some soap making, then follow me on social media. The cool thing about rebatch soap is that it's made with soap that is already saponified, which means it doesn't have any active lye. So you can use it as soon as it cools down. And the even cooler thing about this soap is I made whipped soap, which is just when you whip it up as it's melting. So it floats, which is pretty darn cool. So if you want to like take a bath or something, then, you know, you won't lose it because it'll float in the water. So Here I am testing the lather, and this will get better as the soap cures. I'll let it cure for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It doesn't need quite as long as normal cold process soap, but it does benefit from some curing time. And the curing time is just to evaporate that water off and make it a harder and longer lasting bar, and it will make the lather even better.